Be nice today, man. It's a beautiful night right now.
No, it's not. It's raining and disgusting.
It was not raining when I came home.
When did you come home? Like fucking 6 in the morning? It's been raining all day.
Nah, like 8:30. It's
Here they go, just talking again.
So we got a lovely guest here today. We got Hersh here, and we got
First time.
Yeah, man. He's been ducking low key.
I haven't been ducking. I haven't been asked.
Cap, dog. All right, I
No
snapped
cap.
in August. In August, we were talking about it, bro.
I never got the link, man.
All right. Well, no, we can't just be throwing around the link, bro. You don't know what be happening.
That's
It's a
true. It's gonna
dangerous
fall
world.
into the wrong
That's
hands.
what I'm saying. It's a dangerous
I
world
feel.
nowadays. But let's talk about the first topic at hand, bro. For me, I've seen a lot of media stuff over the past like week and a half, especially like before LeBron got injured, because like he was making a great MVP run this year, like he was last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. But the media has started to try, like paint this picture where it's like LeBron deserves more MVPs than he's had. I don't agree. Huh? What'd you say?
He does. He does.
For a
Does-
fact.
He does not? Oh, yeah.
So are you telling me, out of his, however fucking would he play? Like he's been
17
18,
season.
17.
18th. 17th or 18th. This
Mhm.
one of them.
So you're saying out of those 18 seasons, I'm gonna just say it's 18. He's only been the best player in the NBA 4 times.
That's not what the MVP means, and you know that.
Okay.
Shut the
Okay.
No, that's essentially what that means. Most valuable to your team.
In the
LeBron
regular
is-
season.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, let
That's-
me start like that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna start
You know,
Hold on.
putting in those little
Wait.
knots at
Let me
it.
say something. Let me
Go
say
ahead,
something.
go
Let
ahead,
me say
go
real
ahead,
quick.
go ahead.
So, you're telling me a guy, let's take last year, for example. You got Giannis and you got LeBron,
Mhm.
right? Now, in the playoffs, when Giannis went out and wasn't playing on his team,
Wait, and keep in mind that same game he dropped 18 in like 19 minutes.
yeah, but he was still out, okay? And
I don't know.
And
That sounds
he
like great
played- look,
efficiency.
he played all the other games against Miami. They didn't win any. He goes out of the game, by like halftime, a little before halftime. They win that game.
hmm
So if you swap him and LeBron, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Giannis can't, like, I don't know,
Okay.
him going off of his team
Okay.
doesn't
Okay.
have that much of an impact that LeBron would have going off of
Okay.
the Lakers.
Also,
Okay.
wait, I do want to state this. I know this is not how it is, but I do think the MVP award shouldn't just be a regular season award.
I agree.
Because
I agree with that.
You can't call somebody on that team valuable if they can't at least lead them to the playoffs, right? Which is something that LeBron does every year, right? Which is what makes him valuable. Because even though he, puts his foot or takes his foot off the gas in the regular season, he's still setting his team up to at least make the playoffs. And then once he gets in the playoffs, it's a different nigga.
It's
It's a
bro.
different guy.
Yeah, he gets to the finals. Like,
Exactly.
makes him feel-
Exactly. He's the
gets to finals.
MVP of the playoffs. He's the MVP of the finals. That nigga's not the MVP of the regular
Well,
season.
that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I don't think it should just be looked at as it. It
Yeah,
should the MVP
yeah,
award
and
should
I
be
agree.
looked at as an overall thing. Like, okay, this year, because I
Okay.
know you have Finals MVP, but Finals MVP is only just for the finals.
Okay, but that's the thing. So, what is the likelihood of someone who? Because if you just did the entire thing, are you gonna make it so the finals MVP is also the MVP? Because that's how it would end up getting to
Well, no,
going
not
from.
necessarily. Not necessarily, because okay, take that 1 year.
How far does someone have to make it to be the MVP then in your new league?
They have to at least. They have to at least, in my opinion, make it
Progress to the second round,
Yeah,
second
at least.
or conference championships,
at
bro.
least.
Because if you
Giannis
don't,
went to the
if
second
you-
round.
like, look,
Okay. He said
I said at least, and then you know what happened to him? 4-1 against Miami. All right,
Okay.
and what was
Dog,
Milwaukee?
Miami-
Number one,
dog,
seed.
I
Number one
remember-
seed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember specifically talking to you about it, Nana,
Mhm.
and you were like, "I don't see him getting past Milwaukee or Boston." and then that happened. But that's a
All
different
right.
point.
All right. All right. I'll say this. For Boston, I was definitely just talking shit because I like the Celtics. Like, I admit that wholeheartedly. However, for the Milwaukee Bucks, I thought Mike Budenholzer would have learned from his previous year. And that nigga showed that he did not give a fuck about anything else. He was going to run the same damn Giannis ISO play
No,
every fucking
see,
time.
when you HB dive every time, teams learn how to stop it. He just clogged the paint, and then what's he got to do? He's got to kick it out. That's like the story of LeBron's life, bro. He drives, kick it out,
All right,
and
but
then net.
look. But this is my thing. I have never argued that Giannis was a better player than LeBron. Never have I argued that. I'm saying that he did. And Nigel, I even showed you last year. We literally had a conversation about this literally right before spring break of why Giannis deserved the MVP, and you said you agreed. So I don't know where the change is now.
Well, no, wait. I never said that. I still don't think that changes. My argument is just that LeBron deserves more than 4 MVP awards.
All right.
I mean,
I don't, but that's what I'm saying. If you take off last year, which is probably one of the closest ones that he's had in a while.
Oh, the Harden one.
yeah,
James Harden deserved that one. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Look, I'm a huge James Harden fan,
Me too.
but okay, no, let me ask you a question. When Derrick Rose won MVP, did he deserve it over LeBron?
Chris Bosh and LeBron both said it, so yes. Both of them said it that season.
He can be humble as much as he wants, but do you think that Derrick Rose
Chris
deserved
Bosh
it over
said it
LeBron?
to multiple people. Yes, I do think so.
I'm gonna actually keep it a buck. Okay, so I think
Yo,
Derrick Rose did deserve it that year.
Do you not?
He
My
was
fault.
more valuable. He was more valuable to that team than LeBron because this is the years where he was with the big three, right, in Miami. So
Yes.
Dwayne Wade is a former MVP as well, right? He has an MVP award.
No.
He
He's Finals
Wait,
MVP.
no.
That's Finals
No,
MVP.
Finals MVP. Okay, yeah, my bad. But either way, I mean, this is a guy who put up over 32 points in a year, so we know what D-Wade can do, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like that Heat team would have been that much worse without LeBron, but
That's true.
that Bulls team would have been a lot worse without Derrick Rose.
But
Especially, you have to keep in mind during that time, his two other best players were injured for a good chunk of that season. So he was literally leading that team.
Noah?
Yeah, Joakim Noah was
Jimmy?
hurt for part
Was
of that
Jimmy
season.
there?
I don't think Jimmy was a second best at that point.
Oh, okay, that was 2011.
11.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler was
Okay.
not
Yeah,
that.
Jimmy was young.
But
So
let's even go like earlier, like LeBron's career, because LeBron came out of high school and immediately started averaging like 20 points a game at fucking 19
yeah,
years old.
at 19 years old, bro.
Yeah, like, and then I'm looking right here, bro. I got his numbers pulled up, right?
So did
His-
Luka, man.
Listen. The most. Oh, that was a different NBA back in 2004 or 2003. So, look, I'm looking right here, right? His career high in points per game in a season is 31.4. That was literally his
2007?
third year.
Was that 2000? Yeah.
2005, 2006. That was his third year in the NBA.
What was
right?
his high?
31 points per game. And
31.4.
all the way back in 2005. And you want to know who won MVP that year? Steve Nash.
Okay, I don't agree with Steve Nash's MVPs as much.
Exactly.
I'll say that.
That's
But
those are
there
the
was-
years that LeBron should have won.
Nah, there was still someone better. Let me look at those MVPs years
Plus,
because
not to mention, those Cavs teams were very competitive in the playoffs.
I think Dirk should have won one of those years. Actually,
Can you name anybody else on that Cavs team back in 2005?
I don't think I can name.
they
Like
had
me
Eric-
personally, I can't name a
Did they
lot
have
of
Eric
people on
Snow, Larry
2005 teams.
Hughes,
Yeah, they're all bums.
Lagauskas?
All
Yeah,
bums. And he let
Larry
them
Hughes
fight.
was decent, but
Keep
He
it.
was-
Other-
All right,
yeah.
but keep
and
in
then Lagauskas was
mind.
decent.
Keep in mind that they built the roster more constructed to be a defensive team, so their defensive rating was actually pretty high for
Yeah,
the Cavs team for some of those years.
I mean, yeah. And so was LeBron's points per game, so he was still scorching.
Yeah.
them.
So
What are you
so
talking about?
so hold
Yeah,
on.
no, I'm just saying that because like you guys are saying they're bums. They weren't that bad.
I don't know, bro. They,
I'm not gonna say I'm not saying that they were great, but I'm just not saying they're bums.
I'm just gonna say
Alright.
now. I'm just gonna say now. If LeBron had that team right in 2020 or the years we're in right now, present day NBA, and it's LeBron in his prime, that team still isn't going to be good. Like they're just. I mean, you say they're good defensively, but honestly, their second best player on the team was Big Z, and he's where the fuck is he, or where the fuck did he go? Like that team was terrible, and he led them to the finals.
In like
Just to run
15
into the
years. I
fucking,
hope he went to a retirement home.
What year did he go to the finals? Was it 7-8?
I think so. Or I think it was the year they faced the.
It was
Spurs.
like,
The Spurs, yes, 2007 and 8, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, obviously he's not going to win that finals going against the greatest
Yeah.
coach of all time, or one of the greatest coaches, and then
Adding
big
freaking
three.
Tony, Manu,
Yeah.
and Tim.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
the fact that he even got them there, that's an MVP season.
So
in
that's
itself.
another, like, okay. So let me ask y'all.
Again,
going
that's
back,
a playoff run though.
going back to what we were talking about earlier,
Mhm.
real quick, because it was on the back of my mind. So Nana, when you said that Nigel agreed with you about Giannis winning the MVP last year, what are you basing that MVP on over LeBron? Like, why would you give it to Giannis over LeBron?
So Giannis was averaging more points, less assists. I believe similar rebounds, if not more. I think actually more.
I think it was more. I think it was more. I think he had like 13.
And then he was top 2, in my opinion, number 1 for defensive player of the year. So at all of that, he's putting up stats that weren't that like far away from LeBron's, if not considerably better in some people's opinion, while being one of like the best defenders in the league. So that's
Okay,
why.
so now going back to that D Rose point,
Okay.
how can like using stats as your like indicator of this guy's the MVP? Going back to 2011, you compare the stats, you compare the defense, whatever you want to do, except free throw percentage, because we all know LeBron sucks at free throws. But compare all that. Can you tell me with a straight face that D Rose
Yes.
deserves it more than
Yeah.
LeBron?
Did you,
So then what's the criteria?
okay.
Because at one point it's
Okay.
stats,
Wait.
the next point it's
Fine.
seeding.
Also, but
So
okay. This is my criteria: seeding, stats, and then team. When you look at all, you have to look at all 3. I was saying one of them, to be honest. I also think LeBron, in totality, the Lakers was a better team than the Bucks, in my opinion, last year. I said that all last year,
okay,
from beginning to the end.
Feel that.
I said the Bucks team is overrated.
gotcha.
So,
And another no, sorry, another thing people would say, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but when LeBron from like what 2010 or actually from 2003 to 2018, man was in the East. Any of the times he didn't win MVP, people would say, "Oh, he's just in the East. He's not really playing tough competition." But now when he comes to the West, it's like he's playing tougher competition, getting good seeds, but people don't like to look at that now. And it's more about, you see number 1 in East, Giannis, Milwaukee Bucks got number 1. So it's like switching lanes every time.
Okay, so this is the thing that I'll say for that. For last year, if you actually looked, because there was this, I don't know if you've like seen the YouTube channel Thinking Basketball. Owen put me onto it low key, so. But it's he does like a deep dive on both stats, and he actually like watches it and analyzes the clips and everything. But for that one, he made a video talking about how the East has actually been progressively getting better, like in general. And if you looked at last year, like usually there's a bigger gap between the teams, like between the win percentages of the teams in the West and the teams in the East. And you can see that this year again.
Wait, no. I want to stop you right here because this can easily like kill your theory. Maybe it's just the East is getting better because LeBron's not in.
LeBron left.
All right, you can say
It's
that,
crazy
but
how-
it's not like. Let me say this.
But
No, wait. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think it's a coincidence that the in the last 3 years. How long has LeBron been gone? Last 3 years. That the East has been progressively getting better. I think it's just getting better because he's not there anymore to destroy their teams.
And,
that's all that is.
Each conference plays in their
seeding.
conference more.
But look, I'm literally saying if you look at the win percentages of the seeding, it's not like it would be one thing if LeBron was just like whole time dominating as the number 1 seed. Most of his years in the East, he was a number 1 seed. Like, it wasn't like he was number 1 in the East. He was like 4th.
That's true, but there was a lot of years where he didn't even play like full 82 games.
Yeah, I'm literally looking right now. There's only one season where he played a full 82, which
And that was
was
the last season in Cleveland.
yep. And then he does have a couple early in his career where he's played over 80, or actually only two, one at 80 and the one at 81.
Yeah.
But
But other than that, it's been
yeah, he doesn't because he takes his foot off.
He had a big three Miami Heat. Even like it, dog. I don't care if he takes some games off. It's a big three. They should have been closer to the first seed.
See, let me give it to you like this, Nana.
Like if the Nets were not top 2 seed in the East right now, I would be disgusted. They are a big three.
Yeah, but also at the same time, to defend the Nets, even though I don't like that whole thing going on, they all haven't been playing together that much. So it's reasonable that they're like 4 or 5. They might drop to
they're like number 1 right now. They're still number 1.
They got to 1.
They're 2 behind
Two?
the Sixers.
Okay,
Oh, really?
see,
I thought they beat the
I think
Sixers already.
I think they're 2 behind the Sixers.
Oh yeah, you're right.
well that's still pretty good, especially not having Kevin Durant, Harden, and Kyrie Irving with Blake Griffin off the bench. That's mind blowing. So let's take that.
The same Blake Griffin. That's a side tangent.
Yeah, it's not the same Blake Griffin, but it's still Blake Griffin coming off the bench. Like, would you rather have like a
Jared Allen?
Taylor?
Yes.
No. Would you rather have like a Taylor Horton Tucker coming off the bench or Blake Griffin?
Yo, bro, TLC kind of nice, bro. You talking?
He's good, but
He's all right.
when it comes to playoff time, bro, he doesn't play much.
What is the other person? The one from the Lakers? THT.
Who? Yeah, Taylor Horton Tucker. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm talking about someone else. Who's the guy from the Nets? Timothy.
Cabarrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's kind of saucy.
TLC. That's who I was talking about. TLC. That nigga's a goat.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Well, no.
My
I'm
fault.
confused. I'm confused. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm looking at the standings right here. You said the East is getting better. But
I literally said barring this year because for some reason this year like a lot of the teams in the East started like terrible. Like it was just like blowouts for everybody except the Nets. Because I was watching a lot in the beginning too. The Nets, besides the Nets and 76ers, random like team like literally the Celtics' first game against the Nets, they got blown out by 30, by almost 40 actually. And this was without James Harden even being there. Like,
That's true, but if you look at the Western teams,
if I said like this year, I was more for LeBron getting it than Embiid until LeBron went out, and now I'm like, all right, it's up for grabs for anybody. I don't see. I don't know who could. Get
I can see Jokic.
His team's too low. Like I want him to get it.
No, everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody better hold that same like criteria because it changes every year. So if the Nuggets aren't like top 3,
dude, the only person that's won an MVP that I don't like, I 100% don't agree with, besides like some of Steve Nash's, is fucking what's his name? Russell Westbrook. He should not have won MVP. That should have been James Harden.
I don't know.
No, that year should have been also LeBron. That year LeBron should have also fucking won.
What?
I don't look. I'm a big Russell Westbrook. I'm a big Russell Westbrook fan. So I.
Wait. Was that 20? Okay. That was 2016, 2017.
That was 2017, 2018. LeBron's last year in Cleveland, where he fucking put up 28 points per game. He put up 9 assists
on the 4th seeded Cavaliers.
Doesn't matter.
But look,
on that team?
But no. I'm all for Westbrook, but wasn't Westbrook seeding like even under that?
That's why I said Westbrook didn't deserve it.
Yeah, but we're trying to say that like LeBron deserved it over him.
No,
I'm not saying that, but that's the thing.
James Harden because the Rockets were first seed that year, 65 wins.
I love James Harden, so I can agree with that.
No,
but
I love James Harden too, but I think that's another year LeBron should have won it because he keeps saying 4th seed, like that's still not good, even considering the team that he was on. That team was ass.
Dog,
look.
It's 4th seed. Look, it wasn't 4th seed in the entire freaking NBA. It's 4th seed in the East.
It doesn't matter what conference it is because regardless.
So I'm saying when you do the overall seeding, it's gonna be a lot lower.
Guess what? He still made the playoffs at 4th seed, did he not? Okay, cool. Guess what he also did? He also took that fucking bum ass team to the finals. It should have been an MVP.
No, he made that team.
hold on. I'm about to
Let me
read the
say that,
roster.
man. He
I'm
made
about to read
that
the
team.
roster for that year. Okay.
Which one? The first
And
one or the second one? He
twen-
chose him. Like, dog, it gets to the
okay,
point
that
where
doesn't mean they're okay. Hold on,
dog,
hold on. You can choose any player you want, but if they don't play up to par, like
dog,
you can't be like, oh,
dog. Look,
you had Dwayne Wade.
dog,
Well, D
look.
Wade was like what 36 or
Yeah,
34
I don't know why he signed him. I wouldn't have
with
signed D
busted
Wade.
knees,
I
and
wouldn't
then
have done
also
it.
with Isaiah Thomas, like
I wouldn't have.
also came in played like a bum.
I wouldn't have signed him. Like, what do you want me to do?
He was just trying to get as much hope as he could.
Yeah, because hold on, I'm about to read this roster.
I'm just trying to say,
Okay,
the GM failed.
all right. So, do y'all know who John Holland is?
Nope.
No. Okay. They had Jose Calderon, bro. This dude's a
Hey,
bucket in 2K, but come on. All right,
No.
take that out the way. Then you got an old ass Channing Frye, right? George Hill, we all know what happened.
Hmm.
Jay Crowder, who was a brick machine in the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? Rodney Hood, who barely played, but he was good. I don't know why they didn't play him. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Kyle Korver made some big shots. Give you that. Kevin Love had his personal issues like the entire season.
Yeah. Wasn't he hurt that year too?
I don't
I don't
think
know.
so.
I
I
don't.
thought it was a year before that.
Wait, did he play in the playoffs?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure he played in the playoffs. I'm like 90% sure he played in the finals.
Might have. And then they had Kendrick Perkins as their cheerleader, right? London Parantes. I know this guy's from UVA, but I have not heard of him since that year.
Mm.
Iman
Yeah.
Shumpert,
Yeah.
J.R. Smith, J.R.
Look,
Penny.
man.
Come on, we all remember.
Look, man.
Like,
I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm gonna say this. All right, there's still a little piece of me that blames LeBron for Kyrie leaving. So I don't. He doesn't deserve it that year. That's
I
his
blame
fault.
Kyrie for
I
Kyrie
no,
leaving.
it's Kyrie. It's all Kyrie, bro.
All right, pause. You do know that the season after they won the championship, there was trade rumors for Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were gonna try and trade Kyrie for Chris Paul. And I'll say Chris Paul's a better player, and it would have been a better fit and everything.
Yeah.
But you don't do that
And
after
plus,
the
that's his guy.
championships. You don't do that. You
But
don't
that's
do
his guy.
that. You don't do that after this nigga came off a game dropping 40 points with you. You can't do that.
Okay, no, what you said
Is that not a little bit
about the trade,
disrespectful?
it is disrespectful. But what you said about the trade, it said if Kyrie would have wanted to go. It wasn't that they were going to do it, which forced him to go. It says if Kyrie wanted out, they would have pulled the trade.
But
So
you
that's a
don't
lot
think
more
you don't.
content.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't like after a championship run to even be asked that. You don't think that's a little bit disrespectful? Hey, we're looking and it's a trade that could happen if you're cool with it. We know you
No,
just won a
'cause-
championship with us.
Because like
but we're gonna
even
get,
after
think about getting rid of you.
I mean, if they would have said it to him, I can see why it's bad. But they didn't say it to him.
So
So-
he found out from the news, so that's even worse.
Yeah, but it's like if he wanted out, they never said like. Okay, it's like Deshaun Watson. Like if he wants out, you got to find the best possible trade for him. You can't just like
that's
let
the
him
thing. That was
go for
before
some
he
bum.
wanted out because that was after the 2016 championship, and then they went to the finals again in 2017, and then that's when he wanted a trade. So that's what I'm saying. You did that right after a
Could
championship
that not
run.
possibly when did Kyrie sign his contract extension? Could that not possibly be why? Maybe they just didn't want to pay him that much money. That's a possibility.
That could be, but like I don't know. I think it's disrespectful either way.
I mean, not really. I mean, if it's about the money, that's not really disrespectful. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business. If you can't afford
That's
to
true.
pay the guy, you can't afford to pay the guy.
I'm
No
pretty sure
matter-
they could.
coming
I'm
off-
pretty sure they could afford to pay him, but it might have. But I don't know, bro. LeBron also
Yeah.
has a thing where he likes to get bad players good contracts, and then everybody praises him for it.
But see, if it was actually LeBron's fault, or like if it was majority LeBron's fault for Kyrie leaving,
I'm not
Kyrie
saying
wouldn't have
majority. I
apologized.
didn't say it was majority.
Okay, like
And he
say even partially.
Okay, and then he apologized because he said that leadership takes more than what he thought. He didn't apologize for anything else. It's just he misunderstood how important LeBron's role was. But I'm gonna say in the Cleveland Cavaliers, I feel as though LeBron reached his peak as a leader in the Lakers, not in the Cavaliers. In my
That's not
opinion,
true.
I wouldn't
like a
say that.
leader,
I would
he
say
reached his
leader.
genetic peak. Not genetic, nah, because he was his
Like,
peak
how do you
peak was
even
Miami.
measure that? How do you even measure that?
In the
His peak as a leader?
so for the 2018, all the players that ended up like getting signed, like moved to him, signed, George Hill, Deron Hoods, all of them ended up averaging less points than beforehand at worse efficiency.
On the Lakers, or I mean,
No,
on
no,
the
no,
Cavs,
on
right?
the Cavs, yeah. When the moment they
Yeah,
moved
well,
there,
that's obviously going to happen if you have a player who's as ball dominant as LeBron.
efficiency, I would I would say with the amount of open
Because
shots LeBron could generate for other teammates, the efficiency should not be going down.
see, then that you can't put that on LeBron because maybe it's in their head like,
Okay,
oh,
yeah,
I'm
no,
playing for
I'm not,
LeBron.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not only saying as like it take like sometimes it's like Steph Curry. Steph Curry doesn't have the same presence as LeBron. All right, so people are more amiable with him. That's just how it is. I'm not blaming
Yeah.
LeBron for how he is. Like just like how I'm not saying like I've never thought Michael Jordan was a great leader. I'm like he's an all right leader. Then back in the day, it was okay to punch his teammates. Now it's good. It's okay to subtweet them. I don't see the
How are you
difference.
measuring him being his peak as a leader with the Lakers when he's really been
I
a
feel as though
great
like
leader since he came out?
no, okay, but
Honestly.
okay, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like just because I'm saying his peak was with the Lakers doesn't mean that he wasn't a good leader anywhere else. And I would argue that the leader of the Miami Heat team was Dwayne Wade, but and
I would say in the last two
I'll
seasons
say
it was
last season it was LeBron.
LeBron.
Last season I'll give you that, but last two,
No,
nah.
I'd say like 2013 and 14, it was definitely LeBron. But
No,
2011 and
I'll
12,
say like
I'd say it
LeBron
was.
because it's like LeBron was like their number one offensive player, but like just like how I feel as though AD in a way is the number one like offensive player for the Lakers. I still consider LeBron the leader. I still feel like Dwayne Wade just was like more of a leader of the entire team of the entire group. If you had to say someone who like the coach felt like was the biggest leader, I feel as though Spoelstra would have pointed to him. Granted, Spoelstra and LeBron don't have the best relationship, but
I mean, that's just mostly due because that was D Wade's team before LeBron
yeah,
got there.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying.
but
It, like at a certain point, it's a different tone that's getting set. LeBron went to the Cavs and he was like, "It's winning, winning, winning," and
okay.
so,
So
and like when it's just like all business, no real play, like no fun with it. Like every time I see like niggas like having fun, that's when I'm like, all right, that team's getting kind of dangerous. Lakers, whenever they're having
It's like
fun,
this.
they're looking kind of dangerous. But the Cavs never really felt like they were having fun. They always felt like they were trying to figure it out.
And do you not partially think that was
I don't.
also on Kyrie?
Yeah, no, I
Because
do. I do.
it,
I don't. I don't. I
like
never. I do. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think
so
it's only.
I think LeBron's leadership on the Cavs is
But Kyrie
stunted
was
by having
younger.
Kyrie there.
Okay, I wouldn't say that.
Because for
Stunted
example,
is a
that
really harsh word.
no, that Cavs team had J.R. Smith, who was very good friends with LeBron, Channing Frye, another guy who was really good friends with LeBron, Iman Shumpert, who views LeBron as like some crazy basketball genius god, as we've seen from the videos. I don't know if y'all seen them. So I think all those players had like close ties with LeBron, like they were friends. But then you got that outside guy who's like, oh, I don't want to be sunned by this guy. This dude's calling me kid. I don't like that. I want to
Bro,
be my own leader.
I don't know,
So
bro.
I think that also like doesn't help because look at 2015-16 when they came back 3-1. They were down 3-1. LeBron said, "We're winning this shit,"
you know,
and he led them
Yeah,
boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
3 games,
But
which is when I think he
and
was
that's it.
peak
So
as a
like,
leader.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like up to 2015-16, it was going great. And then the trade stuff came, and then LeBron also didn't like validate that he was gonna stay with the Cavs, and a lot of other stuff came with it. It wasn't even just Kyrie. There was like the tweet that LeBron made, everybody pointed it to Kevin Love, not Kyrie. So there was issues with multiple people on that team. Even in 2018, JR ended up having beef with LeBron because for some reason LeBron was okay with Dwayne Wade starting over JR, which I don't know why. And then Dwayne Wade himself had to go back and take this and say, "Oh, nah, I'm okay with coming off the bench." Like it's stuff like that where it's like, all right, when you're really like peeling it back. I'm not saying he was a terrible leader. I've never said that. I'm saying that he's not like the greatest. I'm just tearing.
Who would you say?
A little bit back.
I think he is the greatest
Who
leader.
who would you say? Name 3 people who are better leaders than LeBron James.
Better leaders.
Career-wise, like think about this. LeBron went from that bummy Cavs team straight to Miami, from Miami to Cleveland, from Cleveland to the Lakers. So after switching that many times and having new teammates and leading them to the finals year after year after year on different teams, tell me who's better than that.
Exactly.
As a leader,
right.
I was about
Like,
what?
I'm gonna give you time. I can't think of any. Maybe I can think of like Dirk, but I can only think of Dirk that one year when they beat the Miami Heat. But other than that, I can't call him a better leader than LeBron. Kobe, I can't. I love Kobe a little bit. I have like a love-hate relationship with Kobe. R.I.P.
I don't think Kobe was a better leader than LeBron. I feel like Chris Paul might be. I would say. I
could agree with.
I would
that.
argue.
I could.
Chris Paul.
I could agree. Yeah.
I'm sure. Like I was thinking Chris Paul, and then I saw, and like I have Steve Nash pulled up because like I was looking at the MVP stuff.
Okay, well,
but I don't know. I don't think Steve Nash was.
Well, then, Nana, you're being hypocritical with Chris Paul because Chris Paul, when some teams or a lot of teams that Chris Paul plays on, his teammates and him don't like each other. They don't get along. It's not a.
That's also true. Like with.
I brought that up about LeBron, but Chris Paul.
What happened with the falling out?
I feel like, but for the Clippers, that was more because he left and the way he left. That wasn't. It wasn't as much. It wasn't as bad when he was there until he the way he was leaving, like the way that nigga requested to leave. It was like
you also said that about LeBron.
I didn't say the way LeBron left. I said the
way LeBron left, but the way he like kind of forced people out and got new guys in.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that was why he was a bad leader. I said. I ding him a little bit more than other people might for that 2018 team because he was doing that, moving all that. I ding that season, but I don't ding him as a leader because he was playing GM, and it didn't work out. If a player when a player's playing GM and they fuck up, no one really looks at the players, bruh. But I'm gonna start looking at it. I'm gonna start looking at his
All-Star draft. He 3-0, bro. That's all that matters.
Dog.
He knows how to draft. Come on now.
Dog.
He had to get the best. Look, he had to get the best available players.
Yeah.
To beat a Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green team.
You're talking about him being a GM for the team, outside of All-Star. Like obviously, if he had the best players available to him to sign as the GM as they call him, then he would do that. But he can only work with what he's given.
Yeah,
so I mean,
I feel as though there was other people, but he didn't want.
Think about the Cavs, bro. From 2003 to 2010, they got LeBron no help, I guarantee
I'm talking about
anybody.
I'm saying he failed when he put on the GM cap. I'm not saying that they would have done better if he didn't. I didn't say that. I said he failed, so I dinged him because he tried something and he failed.
Yeah. Okay, he tried it and he failed.
I'm not saying he's not a top 10 player because he did that and he failed. I'm not Skip Baylessing him. He was still the best player in the NBA that year. I just don't.
But the fact that you're dinging him, because look, he tried to get these. Well, I guess he got the players right. He went straight GM on them, and it didn't work. Now
and then he tried it again.
Yeah, but with that team they had before, the original team, 2017-18, they weren't going to win anything. So it's like he might as well try.
But this
Wait.
nigga signed Dwayne Wade, bro. You're not gonna tell me that's not a LeBron sign.
Come on, bro. So, look, when it hits,
That's his homie.
That's what I'm
when it hits,
saying, bro.
look, when it hits 2024, say Chris Paul's still in the league. Do you think, say LeBron and Chris Paul are in the league, if they teamed up together, do you think anybody would bat an eye at that? Or if Steph Curry and LeBron teamed up together, do you think anybody would be like, in their later career?
So this is my thing about Chris Paul and Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was a scorer. Chris Paul's more of a playmaker. Scorers deteriorate a lot quicker than playmakers.
I'll give you that. That's true. So you got players like Rondo and
Chris that's Paul. What I'm saying. And LeBron didn't look for a playmaker. He was looking for like people who were gonna put the ball in the basket.
He doesn't need a playmaker. He's the playmaker.
But that's an issue when you want someone else to start the offense, or if you want someone else to be able to like lead you and get you in your spots. That's the
so
thing.
You're basically just saying that every superstar needs a superstar. Because
I just said a decent playmaker. I think that there should be a secondary playmaker on every team. That's what I think. I think that a team should look to not only have one person handling the ball the entire time. That just makes for better team basketball.
I completely agree with that because last year's Lakers had Rondo coming off the bench and we saw what that did. So I agree with you. But like the part I don't get is like, say you have a shooter, or like a decent scorer. Sorry, not a shooter, decent scorer. You're telling me for somebody like LeBron, or actually, let's say for somebody like Kobe, ball dominant, right? Mm-hmm. Would you want another scorer next to him, or would you want a playmaker next to him?
I guess I would want a playmaker so they can set him up.
No, but Kobe is not the type of player to be like to give the ball up and then have the other person play make while he just waits for the ball. You see, it's like different because LeBron demands different players and Kobe would demand different players.
Yeah.
So you can't be like Kobe would need somebody like him. LeBron needs somebody like I don't know how to explain it. Like
when Kobe literally said, and because like he said this when he was talking about James Harden, him being like the solo score, like doing that doesn't work. That doesn't lead to championship runs. He said it himself. The years where when he was making the championship runs, he did have decent playmakers around him, and he played in a triangle offense, which decreased the amount of like scoring he did and prioritized getting him in his spots. So,
yeah.
Okay.
How about that? Thank you for bringing up that point too about coaching. Oh my god! Thank you so much, bro, because that helps our argument tons.
Yeah. Okay.
So much, bro. David Blatt, bro. Come on.
Hey, yo, Ty Lue's doing decent on the Clippers. I'll say that.
No, he's not. He's not.
Kawhi and Paul George are doing decent on the Clippers. That's what you mean to say.
Nah.
Ty Lue is a terrible coach. He's terrible.
That's not completely true.
Actually
because
he's a terrible
pretty bad.
Don't let the Clippers' success fool you. That is not Ty Lue's doing.
I'm not saying it is solely Ty Lue. I am not saying this man is carrying them to the fucking fourth seed.
I'm saying that he's not doing anything. Well, outside of what a coach is supposed to do, there's nothing that he's doing that's saying, "Oh wow, that's good coaching."
And on top of that,
his rotations
they lost. What's his name? Montrez. No, because
they lost.
Look at a coach like Doc
Rivers. Not like Paul George.
No, he didn't like Kawhi or Paul George because the way they acted with Doc.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he left. He didn't leave because of.
Right now, the Clippers are 28-16. Yeah. Last year at this point, I think they had like 30 wins, 34 wins, and like 12 losses. It was something like that. Yeah. So, as soon as Doc Rivers leaves, the Sixers become like dogs. The Sixers and the Clippers, they fall off a little bit.
Dog, I literally, the blueprint that freaking Doc Rivers drew up, I've literally been saying, I said that last year, bro. I said get rid of Al Horford, Get another decent center as your backup, and then get shooters. Because even though Ben can't shoot, this nigga can pass out to shooters. It's literally the same formula, bro.
Yeah, you can
everybody
say
in their
that, but
mind said the
it's
same
about the
thing.
coach. It's about the coach to implement it, and the fact that
Yeah,
the
Brett Brown was
coaches-
just
No, but
trash.
the Sixers are the
he was
same team.
arguably trash. Everybody said Brett Brown was trash. That nigga shouldn't have been hired for so long.
Okay, but it still takes a good coach to recognize that this isn't working.
Then I'm a
Right.
fucking great coach.
Then why are you here?
Put me in.
So
Why are you not getting ready for the game tomorrow? Huh? The fuck?
Because I have to be
So
40 plus
Tiny-
years with college and high school coaching experience just to coach. Because while niggas like fucking Mike Budenholzer can tell Giannis to run the damn ball in the paint and get fucking $100,000 a year. I'm fucking peppy. Just dunk it, Giannis.
Look,
Just
man.
dunk it.
HB dive.
That's
Look,
what it is, bro.
You give LeBron a coach like Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, some top coach like that, man. I tell you right now, I promise you, he will win a championship every year.
But this is my thing. Okay, but this is my thing. Because he had Eric Spoelstra, and he didn't
For a
really
couple
like.
years.
I know, yeah, but he didn't. He didn't enjoy playing under Eric Spoelstra. I feel as though most of
That's
those
because
better,
he never respected Spoelstra.
Why though?
Because you're not like established. No, I'm talking about like an established coach. Like, say he instead of going to the Heat, he went to the Spurs. Like, I can tell you right now, he's not going to have any problems with Greg Popovich.
Okay, but like when you were bringing up Phil Jackson, for example, Phil Jackson's first stint, like as a head coach, was with, like at least in the NBA, was with Jordan.
Yeah,
and it was and Phil Jackson came after, I forgot what that other coach's name, but basically a coach that had a ball dominant type of offense, similar to an offense that LeBron runs, where it was him initiating, more or less. He kicks it out. There's rotations made, and then a shot is created. So, and then but this is my thing. I feel Phil Jackson wasn't established. Jordan didn't have to, like. I feel as though like the need for you to say, "Oh yeah, I want you to be established before I listen to you." This not. I don't know. I feel as though that's kind of like. That's not a good thing. I feel as though as a player, you should kind of like try and support your coach, which is what LeBron did actually for the Lakers. He supported Frank Vogel. I thought Frank Vogel was going to get fired, and then Jason Kidd was going to be the coach.
No, but we all know Frank Vogel's a good coach, especially with that Pacers team that was giving LeBron trouble. So you take a coach who's played against LeBron for years, and LeBron goes and plays under him. Like, the coach knows everything that LeBron does, and no matter how much LeBron changes his game, Frank Vogel knows. So I guess it's easier to adapt because they both know each other. Now, when you straight throw LeBron with Eric Spoelstra, of course LeBron's that player. He's like, all right, man, I'm coming on this team. I'm the best player in the league. Well, maybe Kobe, I don't know, but I'm the best player in the league.
It was LeBron.
What are you going to teach? What do you have Eric Spoelstra to teach me? Because you're a new coach, so you don't have anything. Whereas if he would go to like Popovich, he can be like, okay.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that, as like, I'm not saying that like LeBron should have been like sucking this nigga's dick or something. I'm literally saying like, I don't see what, like, if someone like, because just like players, bro, coaches be working for their jobs. Like, I made fun of Mike Budenholzer, but at the very least, somehow he got some college coaching job somehow, and then he was able to coach in the NBA and on other teams that just be fucking flopping in the playoffs for some fucking reason.
I don't know. I think it's the Giannis system, but that's a different argument.
Yeah, no, but the Giannis system plays off of like a similar system as the LeBron system. The issue with the Giannis system is that Giannis is at that point where I feel as though LeBron kind of was in like his earlier seasons, like damn near like 04, whereas like he wasn't like shooting the three as well or as efficiently. And I feel as though
he was shooting a lot better than Giannis, though.
Yeah, no, 100%, definitely. But honestly, I looked at Giannis's like shot when he was like and like when he was like around the time when he's first drafted, them niggas ruined, like let his shot go to shit, bruh.
It's probably because he put all that muscle on.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
don't know.
fucks your shooting up
The
and
way
shit.
that nigga even holds the ball is goofy, bro. Like I've
Yeah, he
seen
got
one
like
where,
over his head, bro. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was automatic in the All Star game though.
Oh yeah.
Dog, everybody's automatic in the All Star game.
I don't know. He said no, no. Oh.
Dog, bro. That's the thing, bro. Giannis was playing with like the two of the best two of the like best shooters. That nigga had all this spacing so for him to run in and do whatever the fuck he wanted. Them niggas are shooting half court shots.
Yeah. Now apply that to his real team with last year when he had what's his name?
Where where
Don.
the team actually shot below like average on 3-point percentage.
But when we were talking about that earlier with Braun, you said it's that LeBron, when he kicks it out, why are they missing the shots? Is it because they're nervous? Is it because they're not living up to efficiency? But
I
it's like the
believe
same
part of
thing
it
with
is
the
coaching.
Bucks.
I believe part of it is coaching, but for LeBron, he plays in that system. That's the type of system he plays in. That's why.
I mean,
Because
but like,
Giannis won't even switch who he's guarding unless Bud tells him. I'll say this: Giannis got it. Like, I don't know what the fuck Bud does, bruh, but like Giannis loves that nigga for no reason. I guess it's because he made him famous. Coach Bud made Giannis famous, so that's might be why. But there's no reason why freaking Giannis should be saying I didn't guard Jimmy Butler because my coach told me not to guard Jimmy Butler. I put that on Giannis's fault. I didn't blame the coach.
It wouldn't be a smart choice to have Giannis on Jimmy. I don't know why everybody was saying that.
Okay,
because
so for the final plays, yeah, it is. It's not. I would say it would have been better.
Wait, wasn't he the one that fouled Jimmy?
That Jimmy beat his guy. Giannis was playing help defense though. That's why.
Okay, so now say Giannis was on Jimmy, right? Who's guarding Bam?
You gotta put Brook on them, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Wait.
Oh, come on, man.
At this point, it wasn't like it wasn't Bam this year. That nigga Bam last year was not shooting like that. He wasn't shooting.
No, not even shooting. Like.
But if he's staying in the
Jimmy at the top of the key, you take one screen from Bam. You cut to the basket, pick and roll. What's Giannis gonna do? He's either got to switch or he's either got to stay with Jimmy. And if you want him to stay with Jimmy, that leaves Bam open because Brook Lopez is slow. Bam is athletic as hell. Yeah. So that's literally how they were beating them. Like Giannis guard everybody.
I mean, nah, because this is my thing. Yeah, Giannis can't guard everybody, and I understand that. And like I understand that the Heat were literally playing like having all the other players like play well and everything, and literally beating their matchup, because that's literally what they like Jimmy Butler was doing, like matchup hunting, and I understand that. However, I will still say Giannis has enough. Giannis has enough where I feel as though he should have still been able to like guard Jimmy Butler if there was a pick and roll, drop down to Bam, have Middleton or someone or one of their like, because they have Middleton and Bledsoe. Bledsoe has no fucking.
It was Dante DiVincenzo.
That's even worse.
Middleton. It was DiVincenzo and Middleton. But I
think DiVincenzo had him for that last one.
Yeah,
I agree. I think Coach had it right. I do think Middleton should have been assigned Jimmy Butler because like
but at the last play, it was DiVincenzo.
Yeah, okay. I mean, whatever. Besides the last play during the series, or did Giannis come out and speak about just that last play or the series?
It was the last play because the media asked him. They said, "How come you didn't want to guard Jimmy Butler?" Then he said, "That wasn't my job. The coach tells me what I should be doing." But my thing is the fact that like, because throughout the entire year, like I'll say this, the team that I was afraid of the Bucks losing to was the Heat, and then when it happened, I was like, fuck.
Yes, sir.
And the reason that is because not only did the Heat beat them twice in like the regular season, they were beating them
without Jimmy.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
I think the first time was without Jimmy, or was both
Yeah.
without Jimmy.
Oh no, we beat him twice without Jimmy. One
Damn,
was on the road and one was at home.
damn. All right then. I don't even know, but the Bucks' defensive game plan is to give up as many fucking like corner threes and like just like threes as almost humanly possible and protecting the rim. And I I don't care, bruh. If they switch the defensive game plan in general and then have Giannis on Jimmy, then it would have been fine. It was the fact that they wanted to keep the same defensive game plan, which has Giannis playing Superman and jumping all around trying to fucking swat everybody else's shot.
That's true, but then look, then you switch to a zone. Then what happens?
I mean, honestly,
Then
most teams are playing pretty bad against the zone in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was gonna
last
say
year.
the Heat aren't a team that you, especially last year. That's not a team
yeah,
you
you
would play zone
can't.
against.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if
Yeah.
Giannis can't guard everybody, then you have to switch to a zone. So like that whole like it just doesn't work with Giannis, especially on
I wouldn't.
defense because
I wouldn't necessarily say that. There because like for example like because it's not even just like regular zone. There's also different versions of the zone. The Raptors, like for example, showed this when they were like pulling out every fucking defensive game plan against the Warriors in like the year previous.
Boxing one.
They were doing boxing.
they did that.
ones.
Yeah, they
They
did that with Van Vliet, I think.
Yeah. They did a lot of different ones. Like I'll like Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is one of those coaches. Again, he was unproven. Niggas just trusted him.
I think he's a great coach.
Yeah, no, he's top.
Nick
Top-
Nurse.
I
Nick
wouldn't say
Nurse-
top
Nick
three.
Nurse-
I'd say like top five.
Yeah, he's a top 5 coach in the NBA.
Name your top 5. Wait, I'm curious.
Top 5.
Because-
All right.
Who?
No.
Yeah.
Order?
Do you want order or do you not want
I
order?
got-
Order doesn't matter. Order doesn't matter. Just like your 5 top. Like
All right, you go first. Nigel.
I know you got to put Quinn Snyder in there.
Yes, sir.
I think.
I guess if
Brad
you're
Stevens-
looking nowadays.
Brad Stevens is a really, really good coach. I really don't know what's going on this year with the Celtics, but he's a really good coach.
A lot with Smart being out. I think he's like a good
Yeah,
guy.
he gets some
There was recently they still like they haven't been doing that well with him back either. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Obviously, Greg Popovich, the OG.
Mhm.
Still, the fact that the Spurs, I think the Spurs are like a 6 seed.
Dog,
Yeah, they're 7.
Dog,
7 seed.
Greg Popovich is a cheater though. I don't like that nigga. Fuck him.
Shut up.
Shut up. Let him get his 5.
I think I'd put Doc Rivers over what's his face? Who's the coach we're talking about?
Nick Nurse?
Nick Nurse. Yeah, I think
I
Doc
wouldn't.
Rivers is a better coach than actually, no, you're right. You're right.
he had Kevin Garnett. He had freaking Paul Pierce. Then they had Rondo while having Ray Allen. Nah. they had like a mini big
moments.
4, but a solid big 3.
Mm.
I'm not Paul. Like Doc Rivers is a good coach. He's like, and he's borderline great, but I don't think he's. I think that's it. I think that's his peak.
Was that your 5, Nigel?
I only named
4. I
3.
think. Oh,
You got Popovich, Nurse.
I'm trying to think who else is around the league.
Monte
Snyder.
Morris or Monte, the
Okay.
guy from the Suns.
Yeah, Monty Williams.
Monty
Oh
Williams.
yeah,
He's
Monty
proven
Williams,
pretty
yeah.
good.
He's
unproven as well.
This year, I think he's unproven. I mean, the Suns were a decent team when he the couple years he was there. Oh, how long? I think he only been there
Last
for,
year,
like, 3
yeah,
years.
he came middle of last year.
Oh, middle of last year. Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was
because that's when they
pretty
went
long.
8-0 in the bubble with him.
Okay. I don't. It's really tough.
Yeah, I'm gonna say let's say a dark horse, bro. I can say Tom Thibodeau. That's just me. This year especially.
Oh, with the Knicks.
Yeah, I think what his game planning with playing Emmanuel quickly more, and getting Kevin Knox
I
out of
liked him
the rotation.
quickly immediately, bro. Like before he even started
Yeah.
playing, bro. I knew he was gonna be solid. I was watching
Here,
someone.
let me name my 5 real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
So I'm gonna go Eric Spoelstra, as we all know.
I forgot about
Right.
this bullshit.
Then we got Greg Popovich. Then I'll say okay. I guess I'll put Tom Thibodeau in there. Other than his like stupid decisions of playing players too long, he's a great
Yeah.
coach. I
Finale.
put
That.
Brad Stevens in there,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and I think for my last one I'd have Quinn Snyder because that man has done an insane job with the Jazz.
Yeah. Every year.
Yeah, literally every year they're just like one piece away from being like the top team,
Oh
and I
yeah,
think
no, they literally just
great
like
job.
they need like either another like soup like star such like in on the level of like freaking Donovan
Mitchell.
Mitchell or like a little bit better,
Yeah,
and they'd be solid. Like
it's
honestly,
like the Nuggets team. When I think of the Jazz, I think of the Nuggets for some
Yeah.
reason.
Me too.
I don't know
my
why,
my
but like
issue with the Nuggets is that like they've always had deep teams, and now this year that they don't, they're still playing as if they have a deep team. Because
Yeah.
they're not using Michael Porter Jr. enough, and I feel as though he could be a better offensive player than he
I
is.
really do think he could be a star, Michael Porter Jr. Like the way
Tatum
he
said he
played
was
last
better
year.
than him, so
I mean,
I
granted,
don't think so. I
but,
don't think
but
so, but
I think he
Tatum
has the
said that.
potential. I think he has the potential to be better than Jason Tatum, in my
Yeah,
opinion. I think his jump shot is already. I won't say it's better, but he has the potential to have a better jump shot. I,
definitely.
I just don't think. I don't know. I just have to see how healthy he stays for his career. But
Yeah.
I do wish they played him more. I think he could be that missing piece. Honestly,
Yeah.
another coach we forgot is Rick Carlisle of the
oh, the
It's
Mavericks.
Mavericks.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about him just because of this year too, though. This year, I don't know.
Talking about
Yeah,
Rick
they
Carlisle or
Carlisle,
Carlisle
oh, okay.
on the Mavs. Because
and then who's
I
the
don't
coach?
understand why they would trade Seth Curry. I thought that was a dumb trade the moment they did it.
Same. I never understood why, but props to Doc Rivers for getting that off because
Props to
Seth
the
Curry is so
new
underrated.
GM. What's that nigga's name? Fucking. I don't know why Seth Curry is consistently being underrated. Like against the in that
Yeah,
port ever since that Portland Warrior series, I've always been wondering why niggas are still passing around Seth Curry as if he's like just a mid tier player.
it's
Like
probably because they have such high expectations because of his brother.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like just because he doesn't live
Oh,
up to Steph Curry doesn't mean he's as bad as like what like it's seeming, bro. That shit blows. But my fault. What were you about to say,
yeah.
Nigel?
Oh no, I was tweaking. I thought you were talking about Steph. I didn't hear you say
Oh
Steph.
no,
What?
no.
Nah. Talking about the
Yeah.
guy that
I
married
thought
Doc
you were saying like
Rivers'
Steph.
daughter.
You can make a case for Steph being MVP this year. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Not with his standings.
I mean, I still think the Warriors sneak in the playoffs, but
I told you the Warriors are gonna be in the playoffs, bro. You the one that said even if Clay comes back, they're not contenders. Man, fuck
yeah,
you.
they're not
They're
contenders.
definitely contenders.
Just because you make the playoffs don't make you contenders.
Dog, they would definitely be contenders if Clay came back. Stop
Oh
it.
well, no, yeah, I'm saying no, I said without Clay they're not contenders.
No, you said even with Clay. I said
Yeah.
when because I was talking to you before the season ended. I remember because I was like
Oh,
when Clay
actually,
comes back,
okay, yeah.
when Clay comes
Yeah, no.
back, these niggas are gonna start like being contenders, and they might even steal a chip. And you're like, nope, they're not gonna be contenders. They're gonna be
Yeah,
lucky if they
I
make
do
the
remember.
playoffs.
I remember saying that. That's because I expected a lot of teams in the West to be better than they are this year. Like, I expected the Rockets to be better. Obviously, that's fallen. I mean, I didn't expect that Russell and James Harden shit to go down, but that happened. I thought the fucking um,
Dog, I did
I thought
not
the
think they
Pelicans
would.
would take a step. The Pelicans are playing bad. I mean, I know why they're playing bad, but I thought the Pelicans would be really good this year. So that's why I said that. But I mean, I still it's changed a little bit now. I'll like halfway through the season. I think the Warriors sneak in, but I mean, they're still aren't going to do much. I
Yeah,
don't
not
know.
this year, not this year,
Yeah,
but definitely, definitely. Unfortunately, if Clay didn't get injured again, I would say contenders. But now I'm like pretenders. That like they're gonna be right out that level, man. Like Western
'cause, I mean,
Conference
right
second
now
round.
they're only one game out from the AFC behind the Grizzlies and Mavericks.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
it's a tight race, man. It's a tight race.
Yeah.
My coaches would probably be I got Eric Spoelstra, Nick Nurse, Popovich. Even though I feel as though Popovich kind of fell off because he's not like completely in with this new wave of NBA, but like at the same time, Kawhi
If it
left
ain't
him.
broke,
hates
don't
it.
fix it. It's that simple. The system
Nah,
is just,
he
it's
had
the guys don't
great
got him in the
players for the
playoffs.
system though. Like Because like when I say he like the reason why I was saying he cheated is because like he literally tanked to get Tim Duncan, bro. Like the Spurs were
That's
a good.
fine.
Cheating
No,
is
no,
not cheating.
no. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let
Using
me.
the system.
No. It is cheating when this nigga literally won't let his players get back to playing the game and is making them sit out so they can continue to tank.
How is that cheating? Is that in the rulebook?
Y'all niggas are foul. You're foul now.
No,
That's not
You're
the
foul.
no.
You're foul.
Like you said, he's like kind of taking a step down. I guess like not that he's a bad coach, but like
Yeah.
I guess the hype is kind of like lower.
Yeah.
Then you got to remember like who like
You know,
hold on.
and I said he lost
I will say
Kawhi.
this. I will say this though. DeMar DeRozan is probably the most underrated player in the NBA.
I think
Yeah,
so.
right now. His
right
assists
now.
have went up.
He's got a shot on him now.
That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
And he's
I've
shooting
always
less.
thought he was so good.
He's shooting less, so he's fitting more in a system.
So I will give him that. But outside of DeMar DeRozan, because I don't even think LaMarcus Aldridge starts on this team anymore because of his old age.
He was starting
didn't even play
earlier
today.
this year.
Oh,
Oh,
let
no.
me
I think they're holding LaMarcus Aldridge out because they're trying to trade him.
Oh, for trades, yeah,
They're
you're
holding
right.
him out for trades.
You're right.
Uh,
Let me read you all these names real quick, and tell me if y'all ever heard of them. Devin Vassell, I think that's how you say it.
I think he's a rookie.
Luka Samancic, Quindary Weatherspoon.
Yes.
You've heard of him?
Dog, remember how we just play randoms on 2K? I remember the Witherspoon, nigga.
Man, put some dude named Quindary Weatherspoon in.
Literally, the moment you said his last name, I was like, yeah, I know that nigga.
Bro, they got like this team should not be where they are, especially with Keldon Johnson and Keldon Johnson's okay.
Okay.
But like
So-
Drew Eubanks playing 24 minutes a night, Jakob Pertl playing 21 minutes,
Yeah.
and Devin Vassell playing 22, Luka Samancic playing 18. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's really just a DeMar DeRozan led team with the coaching of Greg Popovich, which is why they're currently in the playoffs or seeding in the playoffs. Which is why he's still a top. He's really honestly still a top 3 coach in the NBA.
Yep.
I would drop in the top 5, right outside of my top 3. Like
I'd say he's like 3 or 4 for me.
Yeah, he's 4 for me.
I think you give him the right players and he can make anything work.
Yeah,
I think he's one of those coaches.
yeah, definitely because like he had a spacing lineup too later down the road when he started having Kawhi and everything when Kawhi started developing. But I don't know. I feel as though like he just ended up being like having like some of those riches, bruh. But who's that? Who was that goofball?
I don't know.
Who joined?
I don't know what
It was not. I thought it was
my
Nigel.
computer just like crashed. I don't know.
What a shitty nigga, bruh. But so if Greg Popovich is number 4, who did I have as 3? I like Brad Stevens, but I don't know if he's a top 5 coach. I feel as though like X's and O's wise, he's a top 5 coach.
But you also got to look at when you also think about ranking coaches. You also have to think about like because coaches are. I mean, a lot of players do have like personal trainers, but for the most part, a lot of coaches are developing these players and like watching the development of guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. A lot of that goes towards Brad Stevens. So
Okay.
I think
For that, because I'm not gonna give him the credit for Jaylen Brown. I have been hyping up Jaylen Brown since y'all met me.
and Brad Stevens
And
was not the
it's true.
coach then. I'm confused.
No, and he was, but like I feel as though like I'm not gonna give that one to him because I don't feel as though he did that per se. I feel as though like after like everything kind of like leaked out. I feel as though Jaylen Brown himself made that step. That nigga cut off his hair and said, "I'm a different guy." Bruh, like I don't know, bro. I don't think Brad Stevens said, "Hey, yo, bro, let me get you a new lineup, bro." I don't think that nigga said that, bro. So unless I hear their interview, bro, where Brad Stevens say, "Yeah, I fixed him, I gave him the fade," unless I hear that, Brad Stevens didn't do shit. That nigga said, because that nigga Jaylen Brown literally said, I'm proving to people that I didn't peak. And I'm proud of him. I've been low-key sucking him for so long, and he's proving me right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have to give Brad Stevens some credit.
Yeah, no.
Because coaches play a big part in players' development,
100%.
which is why some of the worser coaches, I don't know how to really word that, worser coaches in the league are worse because they can't develop players that should be good or should be great in the league. You know, like Quinn Snyder, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, coming out of college, Donovan Mitchell was a decent player, but Donovan Mitchell's a superstar in this league, and I think a lot of that goes towards Quinn Snyder.
I don't think he's a
one of the best
superstar.
coaches. I'd say he's a superstar. I would say he is.
All right, so for me, superstar.
He's a low tier superstar, but he's a superstar nonetheless.
I don't know. I feel so you have to start cracking top 10 for me to be superstar.
Wait, you said who?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, I think he's a superstar, and there's no doubt in my mind.
I don't think he's a superstar yet. I think he's pushing the envelope, but I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he's a lower tier superstar. I mean, like obviously,
I don't know. I wouldn't call him that. I wouldn't even call him a low tier superstar.
At this point, he's a top 3 shooting guard in the league. At this point in his career, right? He's one of the best scorers in the league. He's consistently ever since he got in the league, consistently leading his team. I wouldn't say deep in the playoffs, but very, very.
Rudy Gobert gives him a good floor, though.
I mean, yeah, Rudy Gobert. I mean, he's obviously one of the best defensive players in the league. But who else is scoring with Donovan Mitchell? Like you can be a great defensive team. No, I mean just in general. You still got to put up points on the board.
Well, Bog, is it Bog or Boj for that one?
I think it's Bog. I think that's Bogdan. Bojan's on the Kings, I think.
Hawks.
No, Bogdan was on the Kings. I think he's
Hawks. But whoever was on the Kings is now in the Hawks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I think DeMar DeRozan's. I think he's reached superstar status in my opinion. Or did I say DeMar DeRozan? Yeah,
you said DeMar DeRozan.
That's because I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah.
I meant Donovan Mitchell.
I don't know, man. I think that he's close, bro. I gotta see one more thing, bro. Because especially,
what do you need to see?
All right, I need him to get to the second round. Besides against Russell Westbrook, because everybody got to the second round against Russell Westbrook. What's up, Hersh?
This will be the year that he
like low key.
They're sitting pretty 1 seed. He's probably gonna go against the Grizzlies in the first round, which I see the Jazz getting out of that.
Dog, just because Jaren Jackson Jr. is out, man, I'm telling you, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr. with Ja Morant is crazy, and then they got Brandon Clark, Mister. I can catch an alley off the backboard, Clark. Nah, they run the league, bro. They run the league. No one's stopping them, bro. Y'all don't even know, bro. You know Ja Morant's efficiency is lower than it's supposed to be because every time he throws one of those off the backboard alley-oops, they count it as a missed field goal.
Well, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They actually did. Ja Morant said it on Twitter, bro. He said they've been counting them. I was like, damn, that sucks.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying, bro. He's the GOAT.
Yeah. You like little John Morant? Hmm?
Yeah, I do. I really do. He's like a Chris Paul that can dunk all the time. But nah, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm looking at the West right now, and you were saying that I'm surprised the Thunder got kicked out the playoffs, but at the same time, I'm surprised that they're even in the playoffs before.
I'm not surprised.
I thought that they're gonna keep their streak. That's what I'm saying. I thought that they're like when they were in there, I was like, you know what? Maybe they'll stay in there. Because I'll say this, I didn't think the Spurs were gonna sneak up. I didn't think the Spurs were gonna sneak up in there. And besides them, yeah. The Nuggets can't. The Nuggets always do this, bro. I think they always start the year off bad, and then they just like like
do.
bring their way all the way up.
It's
the
because
seedings.
Jokic don't be in shape at the beginning of the year.
That nigga was like dropping 30. If that nigga's not in shape now, what the hell? Nah, I think they've just been getting used to like the lack of depth.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think we did a pretty good show though, guys. All right.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think so.
I think we've been on about an hour.
Yeah. So I think from here we can all agree LeBron does not deserve any extra.
To conclude this, y'all heard what I said. I think he deserves at least 2 more. I actually
Max
3 more.
1.
No, minimum 3.
No.
The 2 Steve Nash years, and then the Russell
No,
Westbrook.
there was better people those years.
Who? Name
Dirk was
who?
better the first one, and then the second one, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, I know his name. It's LeBron.
No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't.
Go James.
Wasn't. Unfortunately for you.
I don't understand how a guy can put up 31 points per game, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds and not win MVP. I just don't understand that, especially with the team.
You saw it happen damn near 10 times already. So now I hope you understand, because when your team's not a top 3 seed in the NBA, to me, top 3, 4, I don't know, man. If you're not top 3 or 4 seeded in the NBA, then there's an issue for me. Simple as that.
As you say that, I'm looking something up right now. The Cavs,
guess what?
The Cavs were 50 and 32 that year. That's not good?
What was their seeding?
Doesn't matter what your seeding is.
Oh my gosh, nigga.
50 and 32.
Oh my gosh, nigga. This guy, what did I say? Did I say, oh, I want to hear what their win percentage was, or did I say I want to hear their seeding, nigga? Fuck you. What year was that? What year was that?
2005, and they got hoed. They should have been the 4th seed or the 3rd seed, but for some reason
they lost more of the games. The series against the team below them. That's how they do it.
Dumb. Because if you have a better record, you should be a higher seed regardless.
Wait, what do you mean they got hoed then? I thought you said they didn't.
No, I'm saying no. They got hoed. They were the 4th seed.
Oh, the New Jersey Nets.
49 and 33. They had a worse record but a higher seed. So
okay.
Wait. You're saying that's not an MVP year?
Wait. Give me a second. They should have been 3rd seed in the East. Now I continuously said of the NBA. So let's.
Oh my God! Why does it have to be the whole NBA though?
Nigga, that's how I always ran it.
You play more teams in your conference than you do out of your conference.
That's how I always did it. What's the issue?
It's
That's how it's
wrong.
always been done.
Wrong.
Even in the NBA, it would have been they were the 6th best team record-wise in the NBA.
6. I said top 4.
Yo, shut the hell up. It shouldn't fucking matter. It shouldn't matter, though. He put up some of the best numbers of his career. His best.
I said you said the same one. I thought you said 27. Hasn't he been averaging 27 his whole damn career?
No, he put up 31 points that game.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Wow, what a guy.
Yeah, well, I know
too bad he's not as inspirational as Steph Curry, the unanimous MVP, not once but twice. He's not as inspirational. It's sad.
Oh, all right. Well,
all right, nigga, and non-nigga.
It's okay. I think that as a brown man.
Mm-hmm.
I associate more with basketball.
Okay, we're out before this man gets me canceled, bro.
All right.